Call the Recreation Commission meeting to order for April 14th, 2015. We have one visitor. Would you like to speak?
Sure. Mike Bosky, Litchfield Youth Soccer.
Just soccer?
Just soccer tonight.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm here asking about. In my trips down to Innis the last couple weeks to look at the field and everything, I've noticed the fencing, the wood fencing on the entryway on the right-hand side. There's one panel that's totally down, broken, completely. It's done. It's going to need to be replaced. There are sections of that fence that are pretty much starting to rot away and fall down. In interest of keeping the neighbors happy and everything, my question is how we go about fixing that fence or replacing that fence or doing something with that fence. Because, at this point, it's like the third panel in, and it's down, so it's like right into the middle of his yard. And there's plenty of people walking in and out of there, and, I have a feeling that if stuff starts to come up this spring, if things start to get busier there, he may end up being in here to complain, because it's well within his rights, yeah.
Sorry, is this
I guess I'd probably start with the selectmen and ask them how they'd like us to go about paying for it. Welcome, John.
I wasn't sure if you're on the alien
It's
show.
not in our budget, obviously.
Right.
And we don't have a major repair section, so if that fence needs to be replaced, we can get on it and get some pricing and see how bad it is. I haven't been down, so I can take a ride down and take some pictures, forward the pictures to
Which field are we talking about?
the Innis field, the leading fence going on the right side, the wooden one. It's had issues for years, but clearly it's gotten worse.
It's
So
gotten worse, yeah.
And it's
It's
ours?
just normal.
We put it up originally?
we what?
The town put it up originally?
Town put that fence in well before my time, from what I was told.
So he said that a part of it is down and it's into the neighbors, the abutters' property, so,
Okay.
we'll get complaints about it.
I'll ask Jason to have Jack go down and take a look at it.
Yeah, on our part, on soccer's part, we're willing to donate some money to whatever the cost of the fence is gonna be, depending on, is it gonna be repaired, is it replaced? We're more than willing to donate some money towards it since, we're the main users, maybe the only users of that field pretty much at this point. But, you understand, it's not our fence, so it's not like we can just say, yeah, we'll fix it and we'll be done and get out of there. It's proper channels, of course. But, we're more than willing to, kick in some money to, when it comes down to it. It's just a matter of, I wanted to bring it to your attention just to say,
Excellent. John walked in just in time.
And the note's going right off right now.
I was doing what I would have done. Just notify Jason, find out where we can find
Yeah.
some money, and then we'll get an estimate and go from there. How the field conditions?
Field's in good shape. Innis is in really good shape already. We're on it. It's dry. The field always dries quick.
Right.
Once the snow and ice got off, it was dry in a day. Sawmill is surprisingly solid, considering the usual drainage issues. I walked it Sunday afternoon, no, Monday morning, and especially the near end is pretty much dry. And it's all dry. It's just right now it's kind of, the grass was a little bit long probably at the end of last season, so it's all caked together, smashed down. It's one of those where, and it's dead, of course. So it's a matter of getting out there and trying to go through it. We're using it for just our training sessions, so it's lighter use this week. We're only letting the little kids use their cleats, figuring that the little kids on with their cleats will break some of that up, but won't rip it up. In the process, staying off it until this weekend for games, because that feels good enough to play games, but we don't want to get on it too early and rip it up either. So.
Good. It's cleaned up faster than I thought it would.
Did.
I'm pretty happy.
Very much so. It was actually surprising at how fast it dried up and everything, so.
It's amazing that we think that mid-April is a good time to get on the fields.
It's, you know, and hey, it's, you know, so we had lacrosse, last weekend was the state's first weekend of play. And, you know, many of the games were canceled unless you had a turf field somewhere. And, you know, it's still stayed the way it is. You know, all these towns, all these leagues want to get in there number of weeks to play, so.
Right. All right. Yes,
No, the fields look good.
we'll check, we'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, thanks. Welcome, John,
Thank you.
first meeting with us.
Yeah,
So
Paul.
John, did you add yourself to the alias? It dawned on me, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if you're on it.
Oh, yeah, I'll let myself.
All right, thanks.
Sorry.
I spoke to Kevin Lynch before the meeting, wanted to give me an update on Dara's parking lot. Still too much frost underground for them to do the grading. He's got it actively in his plans as the frost cleans up to get that leveled off and drainage set up. Kind of on the high side to get the drainage is actually keeping the water puddled up the way it's laid out. So they're gonna try
Yeah,
and
I'm
grade it
curious to
so
see
it drains.
how they're going to do, because a couple meetings ago, we talked about making an entrance, maybe a shortcut through that open fence area, and that's where, I mean, there's a massive
Puddle.
drainage problem there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going to.
That would have to get raised up in the grading process.
Yeah.
Because
But
right
I-
now, that's the lowest point. It should be flowing towards the roadway into the ditch near Woodhawk,
Okay.
and it's not. And that-
I'm just
that
curious
was
to know
our
where he's
discussion.
going, yeah, this drainage thing, along that whole corridor is a problem. I mean,
It's the lowest point.
yeah. But I mean, even when we had the issues all winter long, the little roadway on the side of Talent, that was.
Right next to the septic system.
Yeah, yep, so I don't know, I'm just curious to know what the plans are to fix the
They're
drainage.
gonna try and grade it and add soil where needed, move soil to where it is.
But I thought he said they were going to work on some sort of drainage.
Right now, he's just gonna work on grading it, so it's got better drainage in the right direction.
Okay.
That was how the conversation went.
Okay.
We have no plans to do anything other than that, or money
Yeah,
for that matter.
that's-
That's a major project to
Yeah.
get that set properly.
You don't like the lake in the middle of the parking lot?
What's that?
You don't like the lake in the middle of the parking lot?
The lake in the parking lot, the ice dams along the side of Talent. I'm just shocked that we didn't have any major issues this winter with everything. But until the drainage issue is improved, it's going to be an ongoing issue every winter. And people driving around and just,
So Keith's not here. He asked us to discuss infield maintenance, about $1,000 that we had set aside originally in our maintenance budget, to work on the infields of the softball and baseball fields. And thoughts? Or I can actually, you know what, we'll go with thoughts after I make a motion. I'd like to make a motion that we make $1,000 available to baseball and softball for infield maintenance for the 2015 season. Do I
I'll
have a
second.
second?
Yep.
I got a second. All right, discussion?
I like it. I like the idea because they're willing to do it, and obviously it didn't go well with our landscape, or whatever you want to call them, the field maintenance companies that we've.
Well, it's a new maintenance company, and they're not doing the infields anyway,
Right,
based
right.
on the way the contract
Right.
went out. LGSL said they were buying a machine to do the maintenance of
Correct.
the fields. That's a positive as well. So it's back to that shared thought process that I've always had.
Yep.
When sharing the cost, that's a better place to go. Any further discussion?
I mean, people are willing to do it, so yeah. As
All
long
in
as they have the
favor?
equipment.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 500, good enough. Anybody else have anything else?
Well,
He
how
was-
did the Easter bunny?
Minus the lake,
Yeah.
which cut out like 90% of our parking. It was pretty good. We had a couple of people that were pretty upset that they couldn't park where they wanted to, which was basically everywhere right in the front. That would have blocked everything. But I just told everybody to park over at the high school couple of people did, they just walked over. We still had, it was, because I go by how many bags I make. I made 300 bags. 235 were given out. And so there's always more on top of that. So we had probably close to 250 kids again this year. So that was good. I was expecting a lot more because Benson's didn't have theirs in Hudson this year. So I thought we were going to get bombarded, but we didn't. I think everybody was nervous about the snow.
Yeah.
But where we put, it worked out perfect. I think we're actually going to do this every year. Just make 2 groups instead of having it all over the field. Because that's what takes so much time is setting up that field. And then you got people like, oh, no, I'm just going down to the pond. And no, you can't walk anywhere. I know this is a public place. Give us 1 hour. All we want is an hour to not go down to the pond. No, and what it is a lot of parents want to find with a with a golden egg, which we're scrapping that whole golden egg thing. We got to make some changes. It's that whole saying, you can't make everybody happy.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of revamp it, I think, a little next year. But, my kid had fun, so that's what matters to me, right? But I did want to bring up playgrounds because we were over at doing playgroup today. Wanted to know now, Steve that was here before had said that this year they were going to get signs for the playground. They were going to do something with the playground. Any ideas?
No idea. I can ask Steve, but
Okay.
what were the signs supposed to say?
Just the rules and what the age limits were and all that. I don't know what Jeff Lane is looking like. I mean, I haven't been there for a while, but,
I haven't seen it either.
okay, so,
Didn't look good last time I saw it.
no, not at all. Well, that's the thing. I mean, who's gonna be in charge of the playgrounds? Like, who? Because
Kevin-
it's an accident waiting to happen. I cannot believe there hasn't been an accident yet.
Kevin was at a meeting this past winter, and I can't remember what the results were. Maybe Sandy has the notes.
Kevin
He was going to,
Kevin Lynch?
yeah, Kevin Lynch. Whether it was, he had the information or the forms to have it inspected, to have the.
Yeah, he was gonna take care of that.
He's gonna
Right,
take
so
care of it and have them
Decided we were
inspected,
not,
right.
right.
Yeah.
I just don't know where it stands, and then maybe we have to check with Kevin.
Okay, so is that a town, it's not the rec commission, that's, no, okay. Okay, so I would go to Kevin
Kevin.
for the playground safety.
So I'll send him a note right now. I'll see him tomorrow morning at 8, so I'll ask
He
him.
had
Okay.
the forms, and I can't remember what happened with it.
He's been out in the fields cleaning up barrels and trash and recycling and checking out field conditions, so I assume he's doing the playgrounds, but it wasn't
Okay.
a topic of conversation for us today.
Okay, okay.
So-
Well, I just want to know which direction I go, because
Kevin.
everybody,
Kevin.
yeah, Kevin,
He's-
okay.
He'd also be the one that get the signs, too.
Right, and I
Kevin
thought he
would,
may have been
okay.
the one too that mentioned the signs, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he did.
With him and Steve, maybe,
Yeah,
discussed it.
okay.
Okay. I'll put him on the email then.
Yeah, so signs, safety, can we use it? Is it being held with duct tape? What's going on? Sorry, that probably sounded ruder than I meant it to be.
No? What's going on? Is what I heard.
Yeah, right. What's going on? That was it. Just,
Denise Sullivan sent out a request. Could you open it?
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh,
Maybe-
I'm sorry, let me do it now, I don't know if I can. Yes, and it was blank, that's what I meant to
Oh.
email Denise, I did.
Okay,
meant
so
to
I thought it was just my phone.
Yeah, let me email her, shoot. Let me text her right now and see if she can tell me what the,
I'm pretty sure that's just a standard form for the cross.
but
But why we would be getting one from Denise, I don't know.
I don't know either, and there was no dates,
No,
nothing,
okay.
nothing circled. I mean, at this point, we can hold off until the next meeting and I can ask her what it is.
It still should come through the field person for the
Right,
league,
and that's
which-
kept, Sol.
Right.
Sol, yeah. Let me respond
So
back.
why
and
would
say-
she send something? Because the leagues know that only the field person is supposed to send something.
Because some of the people haven't gotten that information and accepted that information. We've asked the leagues to let all their board members and coaches know that it all should go through one person, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that information's gone out. That was the only request I had going out. that I saw come through.
Yeah, that was the only thing I saw too, and I meant to respond to her the other day and I forgot. Everything looks good. I mean, everyone seems to be moving outside now.
Fairly orderly.
Yeah, I mean, the fields are looking good.
Yeah.
They really are. They're drying out nicely.
I think having them all get together a month ago worked out
Yeah.
in our favor as well, because they've all got to sit with each other and
Yeah.
realize where they all stand.
So that's on the website. A reminder will go out, another month or so, that I think we meet again in June. I can't remember. We picked the 4 dates. They're on the website.
Right.
And then Andy will just get together with the league reps and hash out summertime. And then- So yeah, it worked out well. It did work out well. But that was it. There's been no, I'll reach out to Denise. Ask her what that was for. And tell her it needs to come from Paul. And
That's all I had.
I think that's it.
I'm good.
Nobody's got anything else? We get to go
No.
home early, so I'll make a motion that we adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Yes, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
5-0.
That was easy, John. Welcome back.
Most of our meetings are quick and
Our
fast
meetings are
now.
quick.